Hello, Olympian parents. This is Mr. Johnson. I just want to go over a few things and let you know what's going on, some things that your children are bringing home today. So this is my spelling or vocabulary work that they'll be doing over the next 2 weeks. They have a list of spelling words or vocabulary words on the back of this sheet. I gave them 2 sets. One is to keep stapled on the back of their paper so they can study. The other one is cut up into smaller pieces so they can sort them and manipulate them to work on the skill that they're supposed to be working on. So basically, if you look at the piece of paper up here, this is the Words Your Way tic-tac-toe. This tells you when the work and the tests will be on. So the work is due on that date, and then I'll test them on their words. If there's 20 words, what I'll do is I'll randomly pick 10, and they have to spell those 10 correctly. Here are the 9 activities that they can choose from to help practice and reinforce those words. This is the path that they will choose, whether they want to go on a straight ahead quest, an uphill quest, or a mountainous quest, and they can choose their path. Then below is the words that they are studying or the words that they need to work on. Okay. For the first one is take your chance. So take your chance where they'll have a 12-sided die. They call a number and I call a number. If it lands on the number they call, they don't have to do anything. If it lands on the number I call, they have to do the number that many times, plus they have to do 10 push-ups. And if it lands on a number neither of us call, then they just have to write the words that many times with the skill that they're working on that week. Vocabulary Express is where they're going to draw a train, and so each word is going to be a caboose, and so they're going to draw like a train cart, and at the top is a vocabulary word, and then they have to write 5 more words, and the words after that have to start with the last letter of the word before it. And I have modeled all of these assignments in class, so hopefully your child will help you with this. Then there's Spelling GPS. Spelling GPS is where I have around the room, I have all the words taped so that they can look for them. They have a map of the classroom and they have to try to find out where in the classroom their word is located, and they have to find them all in the classroom. They are all in plain sight, but they do have to look around the classroom to find all the words. The next one is Battleship. Battleship is basically where 2 students have grid paper, and in each square on the grid they write a letter of the words that they're going to pick, and they're going to pick 5 words, and then they're going to go back and forth using the grid system. The letters are on the bottom, the numbers are on the side, and by using the grid system they're going to see who can sync the other person's 5 words first. So there's that. Choices of Voices. Choices of Voices is where on the back side of the VFA tic-tac-toe there's 12 voices, and they're going to roll a 12-sided die again, and whatever voice they land on, that's the voice they have to say all of their words in. So they have to recite all of their vocabulary words using that voice. Shaving cream spelling. So shaving cream spelling is where I'll put shaving cream on their desk, and with one finger they're allowed to trace and practice spelling their words twice, and then we'll clean up their desk area. Of course, there has to be a mythology connection, so we're going to do something that I like to do in my class. It's fun. It's called the Medusa crossword. And so basically I have a picture of Medusa in my pocket, and I try to catch your child outside of the class looking at the Medusa picture. If I can get them to look at the Medusa picture, then they got to complete the impossible crossword. If they don't get caught, then they get that square for free. So it's a nice challenge between us two. Then there's a tongue twister. A tongue twister really helps me work on their alliteration skills and really helps me work on fluency with being able to repeat repeated sounds. So it's a nice help. So they're going to bring a little tongue twister home that if they want to do that square that they have to memorize. And then this one is I do one with brain research, and the research says that anytime you can get your brain to cross itself or your body parts to cross themselves, it enhances learning. So what they're going to do is they're going to use their non-dominant hand. So if they're right-handed, they're going to use their left hand, and they're going to write all of their words and see how that goes. And it's usually a pretty fun experience. So that is VFA tic-tac-toe. If you have any questions, please email me. Now I'm going to move to the bridge. Okay. So the Words Their Way tic-tac-toe is for our spelling vocabulary component. This is for when I'm meeting with reading groups and I need the kids to be working on independent activities while I'm meeting with these groups. These are some of the activities they can do, and these are our bridge assignments. And so each bridge assignment is on each square, and what they do is over the 2 weeks they try to, there's a student with a star stamp, and they need to get all the squares stamped. And we went over all these assignments, we talked about all these assignments. So again, this should not be new to your child. This will be the first time they've done it, but it's not the first time that they've seen it. So basically, when I'm meeting with a group, they have several opportunities, and one of them is to be working on their bridge work. And their bridge work is just a number of different activities that fall under different categories that help them build up and become a better student. Some are deficit based, so it's working on some of the skills that they need to work on, and some are extension based, where I want to see if I can extend or get them to be more creative with their thinking. So again, if you have any questions, just email me. Otherwise, have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.